Fantastic Four Empyre Issue 0 sees the Profiteer welcome players to the Casino Cosmico, where the betters are there for a war, the Kree Skrull War to be specific, which they will choose a campaign from and watch it unfold in the battle arena in front of them. The challengers take to the arena with Joven, the Kree Chronicle of Blood, and Nakala, the Skrull Requiem of Shapeless Souls, pitted against one another with their race's histories encoded into their bodies. So all the betters need to do is vote for which battle from the war and they will reenact it. The lava waste of Locana 6 is chosen, so the arena morphs into a lava field where the two warriors begin the battle. Nakala shifts into an Argorvian Fang beast, smashing the Kree, who keeps it at bay with his shield, but the powerful beast overwhelms him, knocking him down as Nakala calls for his death. The Kree manages to pick up a fallen Kree's helmet, using the fin on top of it to slash the Skrull's throat open. A medical stasis field is applied to the Skrull as the Kree calls his victory for the Empire. The Profiteer learns that it will be 3 hours until the Skrull is patched up, so she thanks her patrons, telling them that they will take a break, but the Kree Skrull War never ends. Elsewhere, the Fantastic Four are still stranded on an asteroid, with Reed knowing that the rogue plasma flare ruined their quantum battery, so they aren't going anywhere soon. Val thinks that Franklin should use some of his godlike powers to help, but Franklin knows that he's out of gas as much as their ship is. Johnny sees a ship passing, so with Sue's help, he sends out a fiery signal, bringing the ship to them. Soon they meet with Captain Barnuka, who says that for a fair price, he can take them to the next port. Sue looks for her credits, but the captain says that they are no good, making her think that he will give it to them for free because they are famous. But the man says that the credits have literally no worth now, since everyone has switched over to the barter system. Reed finds that fascinating, since devaluing the credit will ruin most of the galaxy and cause a huge economic meltdown. Ben is happy since it's bartering time, but the captain actually recognizes who the thing is, thinking the hero is out there in space for the all challengers welcome fight at the Casino Cosmico. Johnny hopes that there is a prize involved and learns that there is, so he pretends to be Ben's manager, promising the captain front row seats if he gets them to that battle. That's enough to seal the deal for transportation, so the captain pulls the ship behind his, as Ben tells Johnny he isn't too happy about this, wondering how he got into this predicament in the first place. Reed, however, is more concerned with the breakdown of interstellar currency, wondering what could have triggered that. Profiteer, meanwhile, is told the Kree's internal injuries are worse than anticipated, but she wants the Skrull's throat to be seen to, since it's an obvious weak spot. She tells her aide that the battles need to go on for longer to appease the guests, but the aide wants to postpone the next match and let them rest, since that's what the previous owner of the casino would have done. This angers Profiteer, who says that her brother Grandmaster isn't the owner because of that problem. He saw it as a game, whereas this is a business for her. She asks who is on the title card tonight as the Fantastic Four arrive at the casino, with Johnny announcing Ben's grand arrival. Reed tells his kids to stay in the foyer and look after the ship, but the kids end up immediately ditching their duties, trading in the ship for poker chips for the casino. Johnny goes to see the Fight Master, wanting to get Ben on the title fight, but the alien says it's impossible at last minute, unless they give up Ben's vibranium handcast as collateral. Ben wanted to keep it as a keepsake for his battle with the Hulk, and the alien reassures him that he will get it back if he wins. With Ben on the title card, he is told that they will be fighting after the Kree Skrull War reenactment. Reed and Sue are confused, wondering why there is a reenactment for a war that's still going on, since it's impossible that peace could have been achieved already. The family watch the reenactment of the lightning minefield of Outpost Omega, but Reed keeps wondering what made the war actually end. Sue reminds him that they actually did technically stop the war for a little while there for Black Bolt and Medusa's wedding, which Ben doesn't seem to remember, so Reed reminds him that it was after the first Secret Wars, which during that time they met Beldan and Raxor, a Kree and Skrull who had called a truce together. He knows something is up since recently he saw those two soldiers on Earth and they were killed by something, and now he has learned the war is over. Profiteer meanwhile looks over the fight cards, loving that there is a 50-50 split on the odds and the house will be able to rake profits from the top. Reed knows that something is going on here and wants to have a look around, but Sue warns him that the security of the casino is very tight and they could be monitored right now. Reed knows this and wants to be transparent, heading off as Sue picks up on her cue, going invisible and sneaking away. Val and Franklin meanwhile aren't let into the arena fight, told that they are too young for it all, despite Franklin acting like they are from a species species that looks older than they are. Instead, the kids go into the casino, sitting at a table that Val thinks that she can use her mind on to beat the odds. Val works out a no-lose bet, but because of it, only receives one chip as a win. Johnny and Ben meanwhile watch the arena fight, and Ben notes the crowd is actually calling for real blood to be drawn. The Skrull smashes the Kree away, knocking his helmet off, and Ben is shocked to find that it's a kid being made to fight. Ben leaps into the arena, intending to stop this, ripping open the shield as the Fightmaster tells him that he is not to disrupt the fight, or he will never fight in the arena. Johnny flames on and joins him as they rescue the children. Profiteer learns of the breach, looking for a way to change the parameters and make money off the interlopers. She announces them as special guests, knowing that the two men are part of the Fantastic Four as Reed confronts her, demanding to talk with her civilly. Profiteer knows Reed's reputation precedes him, asking what brings him to the casino. Reed asks why the cosmic economy has collapsed and the Kree and Skrulls have ended their war, thinking that she's behind it, but the woman says she's trying to keep the war alive and protect the economy. She reveals to the hero that she is an elder of the universe whose sole ambition is to get wealth, and she needs the Kree-Skrull War to continue for that to happen. Her soldiers advance on Reed as she says that the war is a reliable constant in the universe and it contributes to rebuilding infrastructure and advancements across the universe, weaponry included, which leads her to reveal that she is actually called the War Profiteer. The soldiers fire at Reed, who dodges their blasts and tells the woman she's forcing two sentient beings to fight and kill for the amusement of others, but Profiteer doesn't care, and they are her best chance at the Kree-Skrull alliance failing and order being restored. Reed is shocked to learn about the alliance as the invisible Sue says that she can help, but Reed tells her that she is their ace in the hole, telling her to look at the monitors since the woman has been spying on Val and Franklin in the casino, so she needs to go and help them. Reed tells her to go easy on them, but Sue says that they are gambling in a space casino and she will go easy on them after she kills them and grounds them in the negative zone. Ben and Johnny meanwhile are forced to fight the Skrull and Kree in the arena. Despite Ben trying to get them to stop, they refuse, saying that they were trained from birth solely to fight. The arena soon begins changing and Johnny remembers this battle they are about to see, wondering if someone out there is lending them a hand. Val and Franklin meanwhile continue their losing streak, unaware their mother is manipulating their dice to suddenly win and get them out of the hole they have dug themselves into. Sue reveals herself to them, getting the kids to play roulette and getting them to win, before again causing them to win the singularity jackpot. Their mother continues to aid them through the casino as the Profiteer's aide tries to alert her to what's going on, but she doesn't care since she's currently battling Mr. Fantastic, who makes it to her computer console, changing the arena scenery to show his favorite battle in the war. The soldiers won't fire on him since they could hit the control console, but so Reed steals one of their guns, interested to see what will happen if he fires on the console, so he does, destroying it, but in the process is captured. It's too late as the arena was reprogrammed to morph into the blue area of the moon, to the wedding of Black Bolt and Medusa, causing the Kree and Skrull to take on the roles of Raxor and Baladan. The two stop attacking one another, instead attacking Johnny and Ben, who pretend to be overwhelmed by the warriors and are defeated, making the Skrulls and the Kree both win the battle, making the young warriors wonder what happens now. Profiteer arrives, saying that they will go back to their pens and wait for the next bout, as the captured Reed tries to convince her not to make these children battle again. Profiteer sees them as acquisitions though, and she's traded much to get them, and she legally owns them. Ben and Johnny have a problem with that, but Profiteer tells them to try and stop her since she bets that they won't make it out of her house. The arriving Val, Franklin and Sue doubt that since the kids have been on a winning streak in the casino and now practically own all of the casino. Val says that she will give it all back to the Profiteer as long as the woman gives them the contracts to the two warrior children and their ship. Profiteer agrees to the conditions as the warriors plan on coming back to the casino later and killing her. The children head out with the Fantastic Four, who board their ship and leave. Ben makes sure the kids are okay, asking when they get to Earth if they can share their moves with him, but Jovan says he can demonstrate them right now on Nakala, who knows the Kree doesn't understand that they are now both free and they don't take orders, so if she wanted to, she could have killed him by now. Johnny is worried, but Ben tells him not to worry about the kids as Reed says their road trip is almost over. Suddenly the ship is pulled from warp as Ben sees the sector is filled with asteroids, but Sue looks out of the window, knowing they aren't asteroids. It's an armada they have run into. Fantastic Four Empyre issue 0 was a fun adventure before the big war war that allowed the Fantastic Four to pretty organically get involved in this galaxy-spanning event. I really enjoyed getting to see the space casino and the battle arena, but what I really liked was Reed's little arc throughout this whole book, with him over the course of the issue beginning to piece together what is happening out in the larger galaxy with the Kree and the Skrulls forming an alliance, with little bits of information like the galaxy's economic crash and how a casino is kind of fueling the Kree-Skrull War. It was also a lot of fun seeing Val and Franklin get into casino shenanigans along with their mother, and it might be possibly the last time they actually have some fun for a little bit since they're about to enter a giant war. So I'm really interested to see what's going to go happen with the children they picked up as well, and if they end up being an integral part to the overall story, or even if they get their own through line through the event with the Fantastic Four as kind of like tag-alongs. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.